All right, it's August 4th, and that means the date is 8-4. You know, the legendary level of one of the best video games ever made, with starring the plumber himself, Mario. You know, where he takes on Bowser, King Koopa, and finally, you know, we don't have any of those princesses are in another castle, because Princess Toadstool, she's there. She is an 8-4. You're going to be saving her. We're going to be saving Princess Peach. How about that? You know, there you go. That's the epic battle. It goes down hard. And that means you're playing at least a little bit and trying to get to the 8-4. You know, the level of Super Mario Brothers. The classic. But also, you know, if you didn't know, there is a, you know, secret cafe in Japan that you can actually go visit and find. And then there's also that group you might know as A4 Limited, who does some awesome translations. They do some awesome, actually they do some game publishing, and they also do a really cool podcast that I listen to every, you know, it's a play on words, but really cool. Former mostly EGM went up, and, you know, all that stuff. So we're getting nerdy here, but we can go back right to that, the King of the Koopas being taken down by Mario himself. Boom. But, you know, you can play that a little bit, and then you might want to go out to some, you know, live music. I'm sure you might want to go see some live music. Okay, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. So, of course, let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Shoujo Says Go, where I definitely have a lot of Mario stuff. I even know. Seriously, I have so much Mario stuff. But also, you're here. Thank you for watching. Of course, I still recommend masking up, as also we're finding a little jump in code cases. So anything you do to mitigate it, to also help our touring artists, to help our friends, help make the spaces just inclusive for everyone who might even be immunocompromised. And, you know, try not to get long COVID like I've been dealing with for. Also, the 4 means 13 months. Fucking hell. You don't want this. This sucks. But yeah, so do what you can to help make the space inclusive and welcoming and lower the spread of this shit. Also, of course, thank you, Tony from Once the Band Dumpster Hump, for the theme here at the top every week. And yes, of course, be sure to like this wherever you're watching this. And of course, even if you're not watching on YouTube, you can give me a little subscribe, which is free. And you get notification when this content goes live, or any other content, unless you turn it off. But, you know, might be a help. Plus, speaking of help, helps me out, because then, as those numbers go up, they give me access to stuff like the fabled ad revenue, which I don't get at the moment. Weird, right? How tough they make that. But yeah, if you go to youtube.com/everyshoujo, you can go give me the subscribe, follow, or whatever you want to call it, and, you know, help me out that way. But because I don't get that kind of stuff, I like to throw out patreon.com/everyshoujo. That's one way you can go actually support directly. Even $1 a month, there's a $1 tier. So anything you can give, I appreciate wholeheartedly. And thank you everyone that does do this already. So you can also go over there. There's a $5 a month tier over on the Patreon that you can also do, you know, like buy me a soda or a beer at a mid-sized venue, because we know the arenas and anything owned by Live Nation is fucking expensive as shit. So, it's not those. But anyways, thank you guys that do support. Patreon.com/everyshoujo. Also, something you can do for free. Go to everyshoujo.com. Check out, we're now at 13 months, but a month ago I put up a little, you know, looking back on dealing with a year of long COVID, which is something else. Definitely did not expect to be dealing with symptoms that started with it a year ago and have not gone away yet. So we'll see. We're still doctor's appointments and hoping maybe my body will just eventually get better here on its own. Maybe that after all the fucking tests. But yeah, so there you go. Everyshoujo.com. You check out also photos I've taken. Apes of the State, the most recent one. You can also see a link somewhere in the feed to the Inkbox podcast. The first one, I was on that one with Geo of Squared and of TV Tragedy. It's hosted by the Manic-Goats, two of the Manic-Goats, and Night of the Spiders. Kind of the same band, maybe it's not. You can figure that out. But Adam and Justin, awesome. So go check out their podcast, Inkbox. And then, yeah, of course, also speaking of thanks, thank you, Valdors, for the camera you're hearing, well, seeing, maybe record on. Which is my good angle? But now I can't get past that. But yes, thank you, Jesse. You might have watched him in his amazing voice in Cartoon Lion in the past, or as Delta Val, and maybe one day hear some more new awesome music, because he does awesome music, not just making an awesome charitable donation of technology to help out producing this stuff. So thank you for that. And then underneath here, what is that song? What is that music? Well, that is Joan of Arkansas off their brand new album, and this one is called Godzilla vs. Dave from Accounting, which I partially did want it just for the title, but it's also a really good song, so go check them out. Some favorites here in the Valley of the Sun here in Phoenix. And of course, yeah, hopefully nothing doing these songs underneath is fun, trying to keep track of, but also trying to not let Facebook and Instagram mute sections. Yeah, that's what they do apparently. YouTube's a little, they basically can't monetize on YouTube if it's caught. So using songs gets kind of mixed. We'll see how I can do it, but yeah, go check out Joan of Arkansas. And then checking out stuff, and well, something I like to say every fucking week. Fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck sexism, fuck all this bullshit that is dehumanizing. It's hate. Just basic human rights. This is basically, people are trying to take away basic human rights for our friends, for people that are just trying to be themselves, and that's the best person you can be, is be you. Fucking embrace it. Love it. That's the best way to live, and some assholes want to interject and be pretty much assholes. I think we categorize that. So I like to throw out stuff, bring more positivity to the world, let's make things a better place. And of course, these are just ones I suggest every week. You can go check out them over on everyshowjoe.com/get involved. It's in the menu bar. You'll see all the links to this stuff. And yeah, you can always go look up for something else that maybe more in your wheelhouse, but these are all just awesome stuff. Like I threw out RAIN, since the stuff with the anti-flag, that one there is an organization for, helping with victims of sexual assault and sexual harm and all that stuff. So they're a really good organization for you. 1 and 10, where the numbers are all spelt out and the letter N is in the middle. They're an organization helping our LGBTQ youth just be happy being who they are and embrace who they are. And it's definitely, for everyone, adolescence is really tough, and they're there to help make them be happy and proud to be who they are, and that's awesome. Also, transequality.org, National Center for Transgender Equality, they're the ones supporting there and fighting these horrible laws that are being passed in states around this country, and also just trying to get workplace laws in place and all that stuff, just basic medical benefits, all that kind of stuff. So throwing that out there. And of course, Black Lives Matter, Stop AAPI Hate, Asian American Pacific Islander Hate, First Nation.org, all they're tackling, and PodarianAction.org, a really good one, a really good Instagram. If you're not following them, go check out Podarian Action. They're also sharing some awesome stuff that I love to follow there. But yeah, like all good organizations that are trying to work and be proactive and make this place a better place for everyone, take down systems that are built with these prejudices built in, and rebuild with things in place that, are inclusive and don't discriminate. So these are all really good organizations. Also, of course, they're out there, the Saigon Project and also Punk Rock Saves Lives. They're both organizations that are great, working with the punk scene across the country. And there's a Phoenix section of the Saigon Project helping against homeless, self-harm, like all really good organizations. And because, speaking of Phoenix and Arizona, we are still in the territorial law. That's how archaic some of our fucking politicians are, and how old some of them are. Go look up their ages. But so I actually, the Abortion Fund of AZ, the Abortion Fund of Arizona, not just so everyone has a choice with their reproductive systems and what to do, but also just a very good information source. So throw that out there. And ProjectHope.org. Of course, we're barely seeing storms here, but also as hurricane season is starting to ramp up, and our government's been not the best for supporting Puerto Rico, so they support our friends in Ukraine against the aggressions against them by Russia, all that bullshit. So they're a really good organization, Project Hope. So I like to throw that stuff out there. Of course, in front of how you support your favorite musicians, how you support your favorite bands. Of course, simple, easy, buy the merch that you can kind of see through. I said fucking, it's yellow, but it's still, when it's greenish, it's greenish. What are you going to do? You're going to just still be like, you should check out We're the Union because they're fucking awesome. That's what you're going to do. But yeah, go buy the CDs, go buy the merch. It's still until midnight. If you're watching this on Friday, it's still banking on Friday, so you can go buy your merch over there. Go buy tickets from Reason Unknown for Decent Criminal. They're coming through with Ricky. Fucking, that's an awesome fucking show coming up. I mean, there's a lot. That's what we're here for, right? And I do it on a weekly basis because there's so many. It's just easier to just put them in a weekly dose. But yeah, go support them, buy their merch. And then, of course, NEVA, the National Independent Venue Association. NEVASSOC.org is the website they have. And they are also doing lobbying for the interest of your favorite independent venues. But they also have an emergency fund for some of them where they can help with rent and all that kind of stuff. So you can always go donate there. And then, of course, simple, best, easiest, most fun way to go support your favorite musicians and your favorite venues is go watch a fucking show. Simple, right? Easy. Unless you have long COVID and then it feels like, it is some effort. And hopefully soon. Regardless, for you might be able to still make it out there. So here's some suggestions. Let's start tonight, Friday the 4th. All times are Arizona time, which are Mountain Standard Time because we don't do daylight saving, which means hopefully the streams have the accurate times on them. If I did the mapping. Let's start at the top though. We got Sorsha with Ugly, Dead Canyon, and Sorrower at the Yucca Tap Room, 8 p.m. We also got Jay Allen's Friendly Birthday Bash. That's a really friendly name of putting it, right? But it's featuring Uncommon Good, JTM3, who are awesome, and I saw them at M3F. There you go. What a threes. Natalie Merrill at the Rhythm Room. Throw that out there. We also got School of Rock All Stars at the Valley Bar, 6:30 p.m. And then, if you're looking for some cool stuff down in Tucson, we got a few actually. We've got Punk Rock Friday featuring Red Singer, Birth of Monsters, Blue Collar Criminals, Nuevo Realidad, and Swigfoot, some awesome fucking newer ska band here in Arizona. At Thunder Canyon Brewery, Tucson, 8 p.m. We also got Local Love at the Rialto with Zenora, Orcadia, New Dysphoria, who fucking are awesome, Noah Martin, Midnight Island at the Rialto Theater down there, 7 p.m. We got Demon Grass with our own Phoenix, Surf Through Death, fucking awesome, and Cycloptopus. You should, all this is really good. I don't know what you're going to do if you're down in Tucson. You got choices. But they're at Shay's Lounge down there at 8 p.m. Plus, if you're hanging out at home and looking for something, fun, Scott Kloffstein, he's got you covered on his Twitch with an awesome chat, awesome group of people, awesome just everything, taking requests. Him and G. Scott put together a great thing you can hang out with that from the comfort of your couch. Twitch.tv/Scott Kloffstein, 9 p.m. Then Saturday, we've got Night of the Spiders, Ape Gone Bad, Better Problem, Skeleton Army, and Sick in the Head at the Trunk Space, where they do Please Ask You Mask Inside. It's just a common courtesy to your friends and the bands and everyone. 6:30 p.m. for that one. We got Hobo Bastard with Serpent in the Rainbow, Vicky Vicious in the Scenes, in End of History at the Palo Verde Lounge, 9 p.m. We got Surf Through Death playing in their hometown this time with Demon Grass, Cyclopus, and Evergreen at Chopper John's, 8 p.m. We got Rattlesnake Suitcase, Let Alone, No Contest at the Beast. You might know it as the Cornish Pasty Tempe. I didn't want to mention it because you might get hungry and salivate and be like, oh my god. But yeah, that's over there at 8 p.m. We got Westerner with Orame, TJ Frigga, Playboy Man Baby, and Harpies that you heard the song underneath this last week. And Room Tree at the Yucca Tap at 8 p.m. Got the Antibacteria Cafeteria presents Black Caesar Soul Club, Sedan, and Statue and Marble at the Fa Cow. Speaking of really good food, there you go, 7:30 p.m. and some awesome music. Mario Morena and the Ramblers over at the Dirty Drummer, 8 p.m. Step 2-7 with Koza and Take the Tonic at the Rebel Lounge. That one is at 5:30 p.m. Young the Giant back in town with Milky Chance, Rosalind at the Arizona Financial Theater, 7 p.m. Got the Spacers up in Flagstaff getting a little reprieve from this heat that you could also go while you're there. With live delivery at Dead Dudes at Hops on Birch up there in Flagstaff, 8 p.m. And yes, wake up with one of the happiest people, Kepi Gooley, over on his Facebook doing the Kepi Shoe every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. And throughout the week, usually sometimes I'm occasionally streaming. So give him a follow and just, tune in. Yes, I feel like I felt better after my nap tonight, so it's been a little bit better. Not to jinx it. But some of these nights are horrible. All right, let's move on, though. We got Sunday. We got Speaking of Good Things. and good nights. The English Beat are at the MIM, the Music Instrument Museum, and I'm going to actually be going because my dad, who's going to join me, is going to be seeing us for a ska show. I am happy about this. This is going to be awesome. Plus, I got someone to help me should this stupid fatigue be bad. But super, super cool. 7 p.m. at the MIM. Check out the English Beat. We got Red Stinger with Bertha Monsters, Ape Gone Bad, and Desert Music at the Yaga Tap, 8 p.m. Haishi, I think that's how it's pronounced. KRXS, Forts, Danny Goo, EXO, Your Lover EXO, and a bunch more here at the Rhythm Room, 7 p.m. Plus, if you're hanging at home and looking for something in the afternoon, buy me maybe. They got ya. They got some dude, I hope they can come here one of these days and watch them live. But they're going to be playing, they do their normal Sunday stream over on their twitch.tv/BuyMeMappy, 2 p.m. So you can go tune into that. Then Monday, we got another night of the English Beat, if you're up for it. They're over at the MIM still, 7 p.m. And then Tuesday, we've got Intensified. I should put more emphasis on that. It's got an exclamation mark and it's capitalized. But it's featuring Bocat and Bounce House. And it's to benefit dear friend George. He lost his mother, and to help cover final expenses for putting her to rest, they're doing a benefit. And my condolences go out to George, and I'm so sorry. But we can go out and support him and kind of celebrate life of her too, and throw out some money and help support. So that's over at Rips Bar, 9 p.m. But we also, if you're looking for something down in Tucson, we got the Buttertones with Astrologer and New Dysphoria Club Congress down there, 7 p.m. Got Chris Murray, if you're looking for something while you're hanging at home about 5 o'clock. Usually on the nose, right? Got the Blue V live stream over on his Facebook, 5 p.m. Buy Me Bambi's got you in the morning at 7 a.m. on their Twitch, and Scott Kaufstein's got you at 9 p.m. So you can be watching a bunch of favorite people who like to play ska and other stuff over on their Twitch and their Facebook. Then Wednesday, we got this really cool tour. We got the Offspring here with A Simple Plan and Sum 41's final tour. Right? That Sum 41 said this is the last tour, so fuck. I mean, I know some of you guys are like, fuck pop punk or modern pop punk. That gets confusing, right? Descendants are pop punk, right? Mm-hmm. Boy, these terms, right? How they have evolved. But regardless, Sum 41's awesome. So go check them out on their last tour here. Talking Sick Resort Amphitheater, 7 p.m. for that. And speaking of awesome tours and kicking it off, and oh my god, you gotta go check out No Lungs social media about promoting this. It is brilliant and fun. And yeah, anyways, it's No Lungs. They're kicking off their Hate Club tour. They Spilt. Rocky Mountain. Spilt, Malaise, and Lewis on tour over at the Rebel Lounge, 7 p.m. And then we also got Queer Ren Fair Dance Party. That's an awesome name. Rocky Mountain Baby, These Loud Thoughts, Critical Miss, and Black Rushing over at the Rhythm Room, 7:30 p.m. We got Scott Kaufstein over on his Twitch in the mornings on Wednesdays, 9 a.m. And also, I should toss out there, if you haven't, go check out his social media. It's got links to the GoFundMe. Scott's been dealing with chronic Lyme disease, and he's got that going. So if you can, go support Scott Kaufstein with this, as I've even started learning with some of the things to figure out stuff that you hit a threshold and they don't. But insurance doesn't really cover stuff for these special treatments, so he can use the money to help cover those. So yeah, go to Scott Kaufstein's social medias and you can find his GoFundMe there. But yeah, he's Wednesday mornings, 9 a.m. You can also see his smiling and awesome voice and face and everything over there. Then Thursday, we got Police State with Veronica Everhart, with Bethany Home, with Freud, with TV Messages, and Ocean, and Strelitzia at the Nile, starting at 4 p.m., so make sure you make a note early. We also got Strawberry Fuzz with Ring Finger No Pinky, who they're awesome. Cenobite, Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. Got Millennial Summer with Punk Daddy, Rocket Stedman, and Whole Girlfriend. Not there's a half girlfriend or a third, it's a whole girlfriend. At the room, 7 p.m. Yes, I'm definitely in a little bit of spirits regardless. Anyway. Also, of course, Scott Kaufstein streaming in the mornings on Thursdays, 9 a.m. And then Friday, and I put this top because if you've never seen Beck is, one time I've caught Beck, it was just like an experience. I think it was an hour and a half too. It was awesome. But Beck in Phoenix with Japanese breakfast and Sir Chloe at the Footprint Center, 5:45 p.m. We also got Mean Miss Streeter with Warhead Grail at the Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. We're going from good thrash and metal. We got the Chris Wilson Quintet. With autumnal, I think we pronounced that right. Tongue bite and smooth hands over the trunk space. Smooth hands, awesome. Specifically, but this whole thing I'm sure you're going to enjoy if you head out there. And of course, the trunk space does ask you mask inside, as there's a courtesy to everyone. 7 p.m. Got Izzy Mahobi with Practical People at the Valley Bar, 7 p.m. We got Dog Star. There's a reason it's on here, because we like Keanu Reeves playing Crescent Ballroom. Dog Star is his band, right? Now you're like freaking out. You're like, shit, are the tickets still available? Go check out and see. But they say there's guests. I don't know who the other musicians are because it doesn't seem to be listed at the time of this recording. But yeah, Crescent Ballroom, 8 p.m. And then get one of those awesome carne asada burritos because they're amazing. Speaking of more awesome food. And then, of course, we got These Ladies Rock. Yep. And this one's down in Tucson. We got featuring Dutchy Holly, Criticalness, and Max Parallax at Brody's Dark Horse Tavern down in Tucson. 9 p.m. Criticalness doing a bunch this week, too. Let's just shout out that awesomeness. Keeping up on it. Plus, we got Let Alone down in Tucson with Rattlesnake Suitcase, No Contest, and a fire performance from Torchlight Circus at the Sky Bar down in Tucson, 8 p.m. Plus, tune in for Scott Clough every Friday, 9 p.m. Unless the Little Man Band's on tour. But right now, you can tune in for Scott Clough over on Switch and catch some awesomeness, put up some awesome requests, just have some fun chatting. And yeah, of course, that's all I got. That's at least all that I could find. Because, yeah. I wish some places were a little easier, or manage their websites better. Egyptian Motor Hotel. It's hard to find your shows. I'm just gonna put that out there. And you used to be good at it though too. I'm calling out venue websites. Anyways, you get it. But I guess that's all I got. So yeah, of course, be safe out there. Especially, like I said, they're seeing a little spike and uptick in COVID stuff. So be safe about that. Try to avoid what I'm dealing with. This sucks. But yeah, have fun out there. Hopefully, maybe I'll see some of you guys at the MIM. Since apparently I have some help getting out there, and my dad's gonna see his first ska show. I feel like I'm more excited about that. But I still just fucking see the show there. My first show at the MIM that I'll be seeing too will be the English Beat. How about that? But yeah, really cool stuff. Have fun out there if you're heading out to a show. Be safe about it, of course. Not just on my mask suggestion, but also DD, all that stuff if you're drinking. Be safe on getting home. Have fun. I think that's all before we become too much of a broken record. So, until next week, guys, take care.